What's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Does Boxing. Back with another live. We're going to recap last night's Undisputed card, and we're just going to build on some boxing talk. Then we're going to talk about any news and notes, stuff like that. So feel free to drop a comment, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. For those listening to the playback, feel free to drop a comment. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into it. What's up, JC? Salute. So yeah, fun night of boxing last night. What's good, Coco? Salute to you. It was a fun night. AJ in the building. What's good, bro? Salute to you. Salute to you guys coming through the building. Appreciate you guys. Yes, sir. Castano. Yes, sir. Well, we're going to talk about all that. So just to break down the card, it was a pretty good card. Decent fights, you know what I'm saying? Good little action and all that good stuff. But starting with the first fight, Emil Carvajal versus Emmanuel Aline. That was a good close fight. I thought Aline pulled it off though, honestly. But it was a good competitive fight. I'm good with a draw. But they had wide scores. I think it was like 97-93 or something like that. It was competitive. Vidal power, you can tell, it didn't raise with, how he been knocking out other guys, because he been coming in as a big puncher, but Aline was able to withstand that, you know what I'm saying? So it was a good fight though. I like the body shots that Vidal was doing, but Aline, he was able to push him back, get his hand speed, you know what I'm saying, use his hand speed, let off combinations. Pretty good fight, man. Decent scrap. Yeah, it was a good scrap. Yeah, Rolly. But yeah, it was a good fight, man. Vidal got the decision, majority decision, but I felt like Aline pulled it out though. But it is what it is. They gonna push Vidal. Vidal's with Samson. What's good, Kano? Salute to you. Okay, yeah, we're okay. I appreciate that, bro. Bruce Goes, what's good? Salute to you. I had Vidal, but it was super close. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it could have went either way. I'm with that. I thought Aline did a lot of good work. After he got hurt, I thought he kind of picked it up. Yeah, he tough. Yes, sir. Because that body shot was crucial. That body shot was crucial. But Vidal, so he moves on undefeated. He might get some, some good work at 160. We'll see. It's not much at 160 on the PBC side. Is that an audition for the Jamal Charlo fight? I don't know. Maybe Laura. I don't know. It's not really much over there. Montiel would be a good fight for Vidal. You know what I'm saying? For another step up. But we'll see. What's up? Oz, what's good? Oz, what's good, bro? Salute. Now moving on to the co-main, Rolly Romero versus Anthony Idgett. I mean, it kind of went the way I thought it would go. I felt like Rolly is the bigger, stronger guy. Even with the guy missing weight by 5 pounds, he was bigger, stronger, more active. He was getting caught with some nice shots by Idgett. Idgett just can't punch. He was slapping with the punches and all that shit. What's up, Michael James 616? Salute. Yeah, Rolly. Yeah, he was fighting dirty in there. Cam Johnson, what's good, bro? Salute. He said roly poly, yeah. But I thought, you can see the the deficiencies in Rolly's game as far as defensively, but he's a strong kid, very confident, and he's a dirty fighter. He was fighting dirty yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was residual because my man missed weight or whatever, but the elbows and he was pushing him down, but not really a bad performance. He got the right hand going, like probably third, fourth round. He was hurting him like every time. In the first round, he hit him with a jab and pushed him halfway across the ring. So I kind of figured, you know what I'm saying, Rolly was going to dominate this, and he was so much stronger than the guy. And it's not like a good performance, like technical wise, but he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? He said Tank Sparks Road Dolly. Call Dolly. So so he stops him in the 7th round, dropped him a couple times. It was dirty. We all seen that. And he got that bad guy persona. I thought he was about to say, they was in San Antonio. I thought he was about to pull a Keith Thurman and be like, hey, thanks to all my fans from San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Just add a little bit more fuel to the fire. But they was booing him. So that means he's marketable. You know what I'm saying? They booing him. He got that personality that, he come off as a, you know how Broly is, man. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that might be a good thing. Now, as far as I'm calling out Tank, I mean, I don't see that. Rolling no defense, loads up. You can see the punch. Yeah, you can see him. Like anybody, anybody with some skills, and we saw facing top guys, he gonna have a problem with that. He's just strong as hell, and he can punch. He can punch. But I don't see like he called out Tank. I don't see that fight happening. Both of those guys are TMT, and TMT don't really got much on the plate. Tank can really do whatever he want to do from 30 to 40. Even shit, the right fight at 47. Rolly is kind of, pigeonholed right now. He's still a prospect. Like that's the thing that a lot of people probably forget. But he's still a prospect. He got a lot of growing to do. He said Ryo versus Rolly. I mean, that would be a fun fight. I don't know if it's realistic though, but it'd be a fun fight. I'm with it. But I doubt if he get the Tank fight. I don't think TMT makes that fight. Now, a fight that I think is more realistic and probably will happen next is Rolly versus Michelle Rivera. You know what I'm saying? We just seen him fight a couple weeks ago. He won a WBA eliminator. They both PBC. They both on the same similar schedule. They both fighting on Showtime. I think that's a better fight for Rolly and Michelle Rivera in their career than them trying to fight Tank, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I think Tank and Rolly, if it did happen, that shit might do well though. It might do well because Rolly gonna be the bad guy, and both guys can punch, so I mean they are gonna bring some type of excitement and stuff like that. But I just can't see it happening with the simple fact both guys being TMT fighters. But Rolly versus Rivera, I can definitely see that. That would be a good fight. That could be like a co-main to Tank's pay-per-view card. You know what I'm saying? He said Rolly says he's an awkward European style and made awkward fight, but it was him dirty Rolly. Yeah, he was dirty. He was dirty. But if it just had some power, shit. I don't know. I want to see if I don't say I Rolly look, taking some flush power shots, but he got the victory though. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. All right, to the main event, man. Undisputed. This was a good fight, man. Good fight. Yep. He leave himself open for. Yep. That's facts. Um, it kind of like I said, my breakdowns be on point. It just predictions be off. I had Charlo by this decision, but I thought it would be a competitive fight because I knew Castano was more than what a lot of people was giving him credit for. They were saying he was just a come forward, in your face fighter, which he got more than that. He got skills. He can box. He can move. He can do a lot of good stuff in the ring. He got decent defense. The fight was very competitive. I thought the first round, kind of fill out round, but I like what Castano did. I gave him that one. The second round, though, he got buzzed with a left hook, in the exchange. Like, that was one of the keys to the fight. Can he take that power, coming back at him? And he got clipped with that left hook in the second round, but you can tell he was in some dog shape. He got back together. I think, okay, the only one to pick Castano. Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. I thought he won, but I picked Charlo. I don't want to see Rolly no more. You gonna see him some more? You gonna see him some more? Watch. But yeah, it was a very competitive fight. And then the third round, Castano hurt Charlo with a double let. Well, it was a hook. The first hook kind of buzzed him. Then the second one, I thought he almost dropped him. He buckled him down to his knees. So I mean, he proved that he can punch. I think he was more so with the hand speed, but it was a good fight, man. You can tell that the power of Charlo was concerning of Castano because he wasn't throwing that many punches. He's normally throwing over 80 punches, but he was taking his time, picking his spots on the high guard, and it was kind of a slow paced, tactical, like exciting fight. If that shit even make no sense, I don't know if it makes sense. But them guys, you can tell something was gonna happen, man. And Castano was doing some smart things too, because some of those rounds, it was some close rounds when Charlo was using his jab and keeping the distance. But like the last 45, 30 seconds, Castano would get him along the ropes. land some combinations, push him back, and kind of win those rounds. Because Charlo, he was doing enough to win the round, but he wasn't. He was just jabbing, taking his time or whatever. And then Castano would jump on him real quick, and I thought he was still in a couple of rounds. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was a good fight, man. That's the fight. That's the type of fight we need. The 10th round was good too. Charlo again clipped him with a left hook. It was kind of like a jab left hook type of a punch or whatever, but he clipped him. I didn't see it at first, but I knew he hurt him, and then Castano was just trying to survive the rest of the round. And I thought Charlo rushed the finish. You know what I'm saying? He rushed it. He rushed. He should have took his time a little bit more. Probably invest to the body real quick, and then try to finish off up top. But he rushed it. You can tell he was too over anxious, trying to hurry up and get the knockout. Because I know he felt like he probably was down, but I think he could have, if he would have calmed down, he probably would have got the stoppage. Because he had almost 2 minutes left in the round. So yeah, man, it was a good fight back and forth. I thought Castano took a lead, and I thought probably like ninth, 10th, 11. I thought Charlo got back in the fight. You know what I'm saying? He kind of closed the gap. I scored at 115, 113. Castano. I know I seen the judges scorecard for Charlo that 17-11. I don't agree with that, but that stuff not going to affect how the fight went. It was a draw, 7-5 either way type of fight. It was a couple of rounds that I swung to Castano, but I could have easily gave it to Charlo. So it was a good fight, man. I was happy, man, because that's what we need when the best fighting each other. We're gonna get fights like that, tough competitive fights. Facts. Okay. I like Rolly, always mad and never smiles. Yeah, that's what's up. He got some stuff we got to work on though, defensive wise, when he faced those other guys. But yeah, I think he brings a certain entertainment to the sport that we need. He said rematch. Yeah, I'm with the rematch. Not sure if it's next though. I'm gonna talk about that. Charlo was trying to catch and shoot that left, but it was off. It was it was missing. He was backing up just a tad, or it was going over his head. Yeah, you're right. But Castano was hitting Charlo with the right hand all night long. They both was being careful. Yeah, they was. That's what them big fights bring out. You got to be careful, man. That's facts. He said credit to both fighters, but yeah, that was crazy. So, big question: what's next? We would love the rematch. Love the rematch. I think that should be next without a doubt. But we already know, and y'all come to my channel enough to know what time it is. This is why I cover the rankings. This is why I be on that shit so heavy for times like this, because we should get it, but I learned a long time ago some of the shit that we want in boxing, we ain't gonna get that shit. So you might as well get educated on what's gonna be realistic. So for Charlo, since both guys were saying retained their titles, he said 8-4. Okay, so you rewatched it. That's what's up. Zebra. So 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 for Charlo, so like I've been saying, he got IBF mandatory that's been passed due. He fought on the undercard, Mutazaliev. He won the 8-round decision. I had some people in the build. Well, I had a couple of writers and shit just let me know they was in the building, and I had a fighter. I'm gonna salute to them. Sean Zattel, he looked out for me, giving me updates, and Keith Addett from Boxing Scene. So Sean from Fight Hype, y'all seen his videos. They was giving updates, and then we had a female fighter, Pablo Torres. She was up there giving me updates too. So I was getting it from all angles and shit, because that was an off TV bout. But from what I gathered, he was an aggressive guy, but he got hurt he got buzzed in the 3rd round, and he got himself together, but he dominated the rest of the fight. He just outworked the guy, and the guy kind of got tired. But he's the IBF mandatory, and like I said, it's the reason why they put him on that card, and he's not affiliated with PBC. He's a main events fighter, and they really don't got much going on. You know what I'm saying? So he's next for Charlo, especially with this draw. Oh, now Charlo, you know what I'm saying? He most definitely have to fight this guy. He been mandatory for damn near 2 years. So that's what I say is next. I can see Charlo doing that in Houston sometime in the fall, maybe October, something like that, depending on how the schedule work out. It might be like December. It's crazy. And same thing with Castano. Castano, he won. He was a mandatory, but he might not have a mandatory coming up though. He might be okay because he was just the mandatory for Teixeira, and it haven't been a year yet. So he probably got more leeway than Charlo. He probably can make he probably can be in a position to make the rematch for Undisputed because Tim Zoo is number one, but it haven't been a year yet, you know what I'm saying, since he won the title. A year be coming up in February. But I can see the WBO ordering Tim Zoo, or I can just see them making that fight straight up because that can be a big fight, a big money fight for Castano if he has to go over there to excuse me, to Australia, even Russia. You know what I'm saying? Because Tim Zoo got ties over there too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's like a big fight in the United States. Hardcore fan fight. It's a big fight. It's a good fight for us to see what Tim Zoo got if he came over here. But I can see, I don't think he has a mandatory that's going to stop him from fighting. But Tim Zoo can send an offer to Castano to come on down there, and then that'd be a decent fight. So I don't think it's next, man. I'd be surprised if it's next, honestly. Yeah, the mandatory is coming. Yup. That's what you get with this stuff. He said Montiel and Castano are the real ones, are the real lines only. Shit. He said don't even mention Charlo's name or Nello, but anyway, Tio. He said, can you imagine what Nello would do to Charlo? I think it'd be a similar type of thing. Because Castano got a little bit, he kind of fights similar to Canelo a little bit with the high guard. He just don't place his shots as well as Charlo. He's not a bigger puncher than Charlo. So yeah, I think it'd be a similar type of fight. Australia, yeah, that'd be big out there. Charlo went life and death with Castano. Don't even bring up Nelo's name. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I want to see a rematch though. A rematch would be perfect. You know what I'm saying? It should be. You know what I'm saying? Those guys can fight. Well, the IBF they got to worry about the IBF. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Hyphy? Salute. They got to worry about the IBF. Not so much with the WBO. And then you got the WBC too, with Lubin. So he gonna be next in the shoot. That's probably the biggest fight. Well, I don't know. Castano, he proved himself. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm betting on Charlo had to fight the IBF mandatory, and Castano, he might go do something else. Maybe Tim Zoo, I can see that, or maybe fight another PBC fighter at 154. It would make sense for Castano to fight Lubin. That would make sense to me because Lubin is already in that mandatory spot in WBC. So, but I doubt it. I think he's going to stay on that WBC route. And I think Lubin probably fight somebody like Carlos Adames, who fought on that undercard with him. So we'll see. But it was I like the card though. It was pretty entertaining. Good fights. The first fight was good, and the last fight was real good. This Rolly, he was just playing football in there and shit. No rematch. Maybe if it's free, but they're going to put it on pay-per-view. Man, I hope if they put it on pay-per-view, they got to stack the card though. We got to stack the card. I think we'll figure if they got some big numbers for this, then they might put it on pay-per-view. I don't think Charlo wants a rematch right away. Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying. Before the fight, these guys already knew that IBF mandatory was right there. They know that shit. Like I said, they send that letter to them. So I don't know if he don't want it, but I know he got an obligation. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out why Charlo was leaving the center and sit on the ring and sit on the ropes. Yeah, I'm with that. James was begging him to stay in the center. Yep. It's because, it's different when you win there. You know what I'm saying? Castano is kind of crafty. And, when he gets you there, he was doing some good stuff by letting combination. He got clipped with that left hook in the second round. I thought he stayed a little bit too long. He didn't get out the way soon enough. But when he was doing his good work here, he was touching up Charlo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what it is, man. Good little night of boxing. Um, let me see. So I want to talk about some fights that got announced recently. Just touch on those real quick. Feel free to keep asking questions, dropping comments. I appreciate it. But it's a couple of cards I want to touch on that got announced. Hold on, my bad. What's up, Ados? What's good? He said, "Yo, if it's the gloves, bro, they made Charlo switch gloves. His power disappeared. Started running. These dudes ain't shit without magic gloves. That's why Wilder greasy talk. I ain't even know nothing about no gloves. I thought they fixed that before, but I don't know. I don't know. I know because someone was coming back at Castano. That's why his output was low. Charlo couldn't deal with the pressure. Yep, I saw that in the Tony Harrison second fight. Yeah, he was cutting the ring off real good, real subtle stuff he was doing. Though he got some quick feet. He was pressing with the feet. Yep. There you go. His hand speed. Yep. I said in my breakdown he got faster hands than Charlo. I told you guys Castano was coming and whether Charlo, whether like it or not. I knew Castano was coming. I just thought Charlo would be able to keep the distance a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? To get the decision, but Castano can fight, bro. I've been watching Castano for a long time. That dude can fight. He don't mind going to your country, your backyard, and that's some shit that's underrated. He went to France and fought Soro, who's a similar fighter to Charlo. Not as explosive, but he fights similar. Who? Who is that? Check out who? Castano team caught Charlo. Oh, I don't know who that is. Castano team caught Charlo right glove and a balloon in it. Made him switch it out. Okay. So the gloves he wore in the ring, they was official? Or let me know. Because if the gloves he wore in the ring was good, I mean, the power was still there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I didn't see that video. I don't even know who that dude is. But salute to you, bro. All right. So we're moving on. So there's a couple of cards that got announced. You know what I'm saying? You got this Triller card. You got Michael Hunter versus Mike Wilson. This is August the 3rd. Then they're gonna have a versus battle with Locks and Dipset. So all the hip hop fans right there, y'all got something to check out. But the undercard, you got Chris Algieri. He's gonna face Mikko Lespierre. That's 140 pounds. And then you got a welterweight fight, Ivan Golot versus Eric Walker, I believe. So I ain't mad at it. This on a Tuesday night, so if y'all got shit to do, and I think it's free, bro. If I remember right, I gotta check into it. You just go to the Triller app or something like that, or Fight TV. But I like Michael Hunter as a contender. I think he's a good heavyweight contender. I don't really like this fight per se. I wanted to see the Herkovic fight, but it is what it is. Hopefully, it'll lead to something bigger. So we'll see. Um. Oh yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't even know. He said Algeria. Yeah, Algeria gonna be on the card. Yes, sir. He haven't fought in a minute. He fighting Les Pierre, the guy that Pedraza beat Les Pierre in the last fight. All right. What else we got? So we got another fight. I've been talking about this card, but it's official, so we can speak on it. It's an all welterweight card. August the 7th on PBC. PBC on Fox. Crowley versus Magistrate. That's for the WA Eliminator. I think it's the interim title, I believe. Crowley, undefeated southpaw from Canada, good boxer. You know what I'm saying? He can do some things. I don't know if he's like a big time puncher, but he can fight. And then Magistrate is a puncher. He's like 3-0 though. So we don't really know what we got. He had a long amateur career, went to the Olympics twice. Should be a pretty good matchup. The co-main event, you got Stanionis versus Collazo. You know what I'm saying? Collazo always tricky, come to fight in the southpaw stance, and such a crafty guy. He passed it though. But he's always gonna bring a tough fight. If you're not on your A, you can lose that fight. And Stanionis been very active. He's a very solid, durable, technical type of fighter. The only thing is he starts off slow in his fights. You know what I'm saying? But then he build up. He's a good fighter, and this is a good test for him because he got like 12 fights, and you need to fight guys that ain't just gonna fall down. It's gonna give you. He gonna learn something from fighting Collazo. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and then you got Devin Alexander making his comeback. He's facing Lucas Santa Maria. So you got 3 welterweight fights on this card. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. I like that when like one division be on the same card. That way we can see and we can gauge, the level of competition in that division. Because we always talk about welterweights, Spence, Pacquiao, Bud, Boots, Porter, Keith. We don't talk about the back half of the division. We talk about Virgil Ortiz too, but these guys are like on the back half of the division. And when we start saying welterweight is the best division in boxing, then I think you gotta look at the whole division. And these are the type of guys you want to look at. So that's what's up. ESPN Deportes broke the news, but they resolved it. So he was good in the fight though. Okay, we good then. We good. What's up, Zone 6? Salute. Salute. He said, I'm not watching no Triller cards. He had it 8-3-1 Castano. I had it 7 rounds of 5 Castano. I thought Castano pulled it out. Facts. I thought Castano won that fight. Should be undisputed. Because Teofimo fighting over there. Oh, okay. That's why you're not watching it. So yeah, that's a good little card, you know what I'm saying, on free TV. So that's what's up. And I think that's like a day or two, or it's like, I don't know. I think it's like a day before the Olympics is finished. So that's why we might not see a lot of fights in that 2-week window. Lala D, what's good? Salute. Salute to you. All right, let me see. Go to another card that got finalized. Yo, this is a good one right here. And this is another one. The same theme. It's 118 pounds on the whole card. You got 3 fights. So of course you got the main event, Rigo versus Casemiro for the WO title, 118 pounds. Good fight, good style matchup, good style clash. You got Rigo, the technician, southpaw, big puncher. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make you make mistakes and counter you. Then you got Casemiro, is an explosive guy. You know what I'm saying? He'll jump on you, he'll lull you to sleep, then jump on you with something crazy. And he can get you up out of there too. So this is a good fight. Rigo is has slowed down, and Casemiro is a young, flashy, swaggy type of fighter. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. You know what I'm saying? The co-main event is a good one. Y'all gotta look out for. You got Gary Antonio Russell versus Emmanuel Rodriguez, former world champion, former IBF champion, 118 pounds. That's a good fight. That's a WA eliminator, I believe. I think it's for the interim too. That's a good fight. Antonio can fight. Y'all know they got the pedigree, you know what I'm saying, all them brothers, but he's more so he's like a boxer. He don't got the fast hands like Mr. Gary Russell, but he's kind of like a boxer, but he's still aggressive. Those guys still aggressive. He's not as powerful as Antoine at 140, but he's like a good boxer, decent hand speed, and he like to bang too. And Rodriguez is a technician, good counter puncher. Got a good jab, left hook. I mean, this is gonna be a good technical type of fight. So that's the co-main. And then open up the show. You got Rashid Warren, former 2-time Olympian, American Olympian. He's facing off against Damian Vasquez. Last time we see Vasquez, he got stopped by Figueroa on the Charlo undercard. He's southpaw. I think his brother is Israel Vasquez. They had those great fights with Rafael Marquez. So that's a good little card, man. 118 pounds. So for a lot of fans that's not familiar with the lower weight classes, this will introduce you or get you familiar with these guys. All 6 guys can fight, you know what I'm saying? And it should be competitive fights because Vasquez come to fight. Rashid Warren, he's not a big puncher, but he throw a lot of punches. And then the co-main is gonna be good with Russell and Rodriguez, and then the co-main. I mean, then the main event. You know what I'm saying? Rigo and Casemiro. So yeah, bro. I'm with that. This is gonna be on Showtime too. Let me see. Nah, I'm not going to that one. I'm going to Wild and Fury. I'm gonna go there. I'll try to get my money back, but they tripping. So I'm just gonna switch my plans and go October 9th. Let's not forget he quit one. Yeah, he quit against Lomachenko. We remember. Yeah, a lot of great fighters quit before, and they came back and did some great things. So it is what it is. Now it is some guys that quit and they kept quitting. Acelino Freitas quit twice. Tor Hamer, that dude quit his stuff off the sport. Lou DiBella, he fired his ass after that. Released him on Twitter, I believe. So yeah, it's guys that quit. Chavez quit every day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm with you. Y'all say, all right, peace to you. Salute. Say Gary Antonio. I've been a big Gary and Gary Antoine, but never Antonio. Yeah, he's more so like the quiet one. He fights at 118. He good. He good. I don't think he's not as explosive as the other two, but he's good. A little bit more technical. I always thought Rashid Warren would have been better. Yeah, better known. Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know. It's something with those Ohio boys, man. They got hella talent, but I don't know about the focus part. But yeah, Rashid Warren, he can fight though. He never really put it all together. But he's saying that he a 2-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. She said one time, do you know anything about Packett? Yeah, I know. Ugas is the co-main. He don't have an opponent official yet, but I'm saying it's Berto. So that's my guess. Ugas versus Berto. Then you got Jamal James versus Raz Butayev. That's for the WBA regular title. Then you got Mark Macedo versus Julio Ceja. That's a featherweight title eliminator for the WBC for Gary Russell. Macedo is a um Mark Macedo is a Pacquiao fighter. Also, you're gonna have Fundora. Fundora's gonna get on that card. He's fighting Sergio Garcia from Spain. That should be a pretty good fight too. So I mean, the undercard looking decent. I don't know, you know how the Berto getting the opportunity to fight Ugas. People gonna be down on that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, the Jamal James and Rasputin fight, that's 50-50. That's a 50-50 fight. And I always like watching Fundora. He said, "What's up, Orlando? What up?" He said, "What happened to the Axe man?" I have no idea. Last time I heard of him, maybe 2019, he was supposed to make a comeback in Panama. I know he lives in Panama, so I don't know what happened to him. What's up, Reggie Orange? Salute to you, bro. Salute. I don't know what happened to him. Oh yeah, no problem. That undercard gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all right. All right, let me see another card together. Well, this card right here is not official, but I love it though. I love the idea of it. This card gonna be on the zone. They're looking at August 28th in Carson, California. You got MJ. He's a unified champion, 122 pounds, and we know that division is crazy with Fulton and Figueroa. They're about to fight, and then Reese Salim and a lot of other good guys. Danny Roman. He's gonna face his mandatory challenger. What's his name? Ronnie Rios. I'm tripping. So MJ versus Ronnie Rios. That's a good fight right there. And then they got a unification on the undercard. You got Elwin Soto. He fought on the Canelo undercard. He fought the Japanese guy. The Japanese guy was getting in his ass though. You know what I'm saying? But he was just a little bit too strong for him. And the ref stopped. I don't know if y'all remember that fight. The ref stopped it too soon. And then the Japanese guy let off like a 30-some punch combination in the ring just to let everybody know he was okay. Yeah, that's that same guy. Elwin Soto is gonna fight Kawaguchi. That's a unification at 108 pounds. So WO and the WBA. And that's a good fight, man. So those are the type of fights I like. These guys signed with Eddie Hearn, and he actually gonna make the unification. So that's what's up. And the small divisions, he be making all the fights. You know what I'm saying? These are two good fights right here. You know what I'm saying? Especially like I said earlier about the lower weight classes. If you guys not familiar with them and you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't really rock with it, these are the type of cards I would suggest you to rock with and to watch when you see the top guys in the division fighting each other. Ronnie Rios is probably a top 10 contender at 122. And MJ, some people say MJ number 1 at 22. Some people say Fulton. Some people say Figueroa. You never know. So it's a debate. And MJ beat the unified champion to become unified champion. So, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no punk. So that's a good fight. And then Elvin Soto is an action type of fighter from Mexico. He trying to get you up out of there. Kawaguchi is a technician. He didn't look good in his last fight on the Chocolatito Estrada undercard, but he still can fight. He's the ring. He's the #1 guy. He got the Ring Magazine belt. So they're fighting for 3 belts, I guess. So hopefully this card get made. And if it get made, it's gonna go early in the day because we got another fight. I'm gonna talk about that next. So that'd be August 28th on the Zone. So it'll probably start at like 2 o'clock. And then let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah. I thought he was. Yeah, I think he was living in Panama last I seen. What's up, Curtis Anderson? Salute to you. Truthfully, these be the best cards to attend. Yeah, they do. Yeah, them fights be good. When I go to a fight, I'll be watching. I watch all them shits from the 4 rounders to all that shit. and when you go to a fight at Carson, you gotta make sure you can watch. It's not a bad seat in the house if those ain't been there. You gotta stay in the shade. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So that supposed to be this card right here, August 28th. Hopefully it get announced. You know what I'm saying? He said down there with the thotties. Now, so later that night, August 28th, you got David Benavidez versus Jose Uzcategui. Like I like this fight. I favor David Benavidez heavy on this. And I think both of these guys' styles going to mesh real well. We seen Uzcategui, he has problems with boxers and slick guys and stuff like that. So this gonna be made to order for both guys because they're gonna be right there in front of each other. So it's gonna be who's gonna be pushed back and who's gonna have the better will, which I think is gonna be David Benavidez. On the undercard, Jose Benavidez, the big bro, he coming back after his show. His last fight was like 2 years ago when he fought Bud Crawford. So he'll be on the card. And then you got Rayo will be on the card too. A lot of people talking about Rayo and Rolly, so you get a chance to see him. I'm not sure if he's gonna be televised though. But we'll see. So we'll have an action-packed August 28th. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. There's some talks about Dylan White supposed to fight on August 28th too, but he may go on the 21st. So August is gonna look good too. It's gonna be multiple fight cards on the same day. We got to adjust our time and stuff like that. But yeah, so it should be pretty dope. This fight gonna be in Phoenix with the Suns play at. You know what I'm saying? On Showtime. So we'll have an early day card with the Zone with that unification I just talked about. And then we'll have this later that night. So that's what it is. Home Depot, yeah. Yes, sir. I like going there. I ain't gonna hold you. He about to get sparked. I think I got Benavidez. I think Benavidez stop him. Uzcategui had 2 under the radar fights in Mexico. He just fought last month. He had a nice little knockout. So that's what it is. Y'all got any questions? Feel free. Any thoughts, anything like that y'all want to bring up before I close it down? Feel free. I'm like this week. I'm gonna drop some pre-gaming videos, which is my pre-fight. Just tell you the schedule of the week. So this week right here, just looking at it, it's not really crazy. It's some little small cards that I want to touch on. You know what I'm saying? The biggest fight this week is Joe Joyce versus Takam. That's in the UK, so that's gonna be early on Saturday. But there's no no nights, no fights in the US at night on the 24th. We're missing out on Wilder and Fury, of course. So I'm gonna speak on that tomorrow. Let me see. One time, what do you want for Bud? Also, what do you think about Haney's tweet about Rolly? I want Bud to get out that contract. I don't care who he fight in October, if he do fight, as long as he get out that contract and put himself in the best position to fight the top guys in the welterweight division on PBC. So I ain't telling him to go to PBC, but if that's the best move, go to PBC. I'm telling him to make sure he's available to be able to put himself in position to do that. Because he can sign with MTK and still fight PBC guys. He just gotta get out of the top rank contract. I want to see him back in the ring. I do. You know what I'm saying? I know Zepeda came up. There's a couple of other names that's under the radar that nobody really know. But I seen some names. Even with the Zepeda fight, I'm not even mad at it if that's his last fight. Now, if he fights Zepeda, then resign, then we already know what it is. Because fighting Zepeda is a southpaw that's going to get you ready for southpaws that you're going to have to face. I mean, that's never a bad thing to me. I see guys do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, they'll fight a southpaw. They know they got a southpaw coming just to get used to that. So I'm not even mad at it, just as long as they don't sign with top rank. Oh, and with Devin Haney, let me go back. So Devin Haney, I mean, they're going to always go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I never really liked that type of stuff, me personally, because that's your future opponent that you should be building up. So when you fight him, you should get the credit. So when you fight him, we're gonna bring that tweet up and we're gonna be like, man, that won't nothing. You ain't do nothing. Because you said he was trash, or you said what he said, he was doo-doo, whatever he said. He discredited Rolly. So I don't really like that type of stuff because that's a future opponent. You always want to build them up so you can get the credit. You know what I'm saying? So if you think he trash, what you think the fans gonna think? So that's just my thing. Let me see. Funzora, what's good, Dante Hall? He said Fundora, Tim Zoo. Who's a better prospect? I don't think none of them. I don't think neither one is prospects, but I see what your point is. I would say Tim Zoo. I think Tim Zoo is better technically. He's a little bit better defensively. Well, much better defensively, and he got a nice little skill set. I like how he understands range and distance. But I don't think he'll beat Fundora in a fight right now, though. So it's kind of crazy how I look at that. But I say Timzu. Fundora give you hell. Like Fundora give anybody. If Fundora can take some shots, he would give all them guys hell because he know how to fight on the inside. He's just so much bigger. His size would be a factor. But I'll rock with Timzu on that. Blood was having a discussion to try to narrow down the top 25 greatest fighters since 1980. You'll be good to chime in on the discussion. All right. Appreciate that. I didn't even know. That's what's up. Love me some. Okay, salute to you. Good point. PBC may not want to sign Crawford. That has to be considered. That's true. That's true. I mean, a lot of stuff can happen. I mean, Bud can do a lot of stuff. He got more leverage than a lot of people think. He just has to. First, see, the biggest thing with Bud for me, his team. Like, I think his team messed up a lot of shit. And I ain't talking about just negotiation. I'm just talking about all in the public. Like, I would just keep that shit, you know, to me, I ain't say kiss no ass, but at least don't be in the public disrespecting. Because these guys sensitive as hell. Sometimes you gotta play the role. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can get the fight that you need. But these guys, his team, and a lot of them guys, they just be talking and they don't really be knowing, the whole situation. Or they know the situation, but they don't really put it out. So I don't know. But I think he just got. I don't think he necessarily had to sign with PPC, but he got to build some type of working relationship to get those guys, or drop his super title, his super champion status, and go get Castano. Mess up the whole situation. Fundora need to take a big fight. Take his big ass. Fundora need to take his big ass to 68, 75. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that dude long. Yo, I met that dude. He just straight bones, bruh. Like, I don't know. He tall. He tall. He about 6'6", legit 6'5", 6'6". But he just long and gangly, bruh. And tough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He need to move up. Yeah, he lanky as hell, bruh. Let's say PBC is crap. Yeah, man. What you don't like about PBC, bruh? I seen you over there. You coming through? But you can stay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like the other cats. You can stay over here, bro. But tell me what's crap about PBC? He said, why do Charlos get support? They suck. I mean, they got a lot of fans in Texas that rock with them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people been rocking with the Charlos since they was when they had dreads. You know what I'm saying? When they was up and coming prospects on Golden Boy, and a lot of that support just carry on. Um, with Jamel, his fighting style, his willingness to fight the top guys, and just the way he carry himself about in the ring. That's why I can say why I like him. His brother, I like his brother too for fighting style. I don't like how he carries himself about like I wish he was like the energy he had at the weigh-in towards the manager. I wish he had that energy towards David Benavidez, like shit like that. But in the ring, both guys are good fighters. You know what I'm saying? They earned it the hard way. And why wouldn't you want to support that? Them guys been pros since they was like 17, 18 years old. And they still in the game grinding, and maybe they don't make the best decisions. Maybe they don't act a certain way towards you outside the ring. But far as fighting, because we talking about boxing, right? Then I don't see why somebody wouldn't support them. So I go the other way with it. What's up, D-Lo? Salute to you. Salute. Charlos are good, but they're not all that like they be claiming. I mean, I can agree with that. I think I always thought like Canelo would beat them. I think Andre. It was funny. I think Andre beat Mel, but he don't beat Maul. I don't know. I just me my feeling, but I think Andre would be a good fight for them guys. You know, they some good fighters though. They're not trash. I think they get a lot of hate because of how they are outside the ring, which I can't knock that. I just like to judge them for what they do in the ring. I think that you can never go wrong with that. Charlo suck, but he got 3 belts. So yeah, he thought he was gonna get something else. You know what I'm saying? The Charlos are both damn good fighters. That's why, yeah, they good fighters. Yeah. He said, I always felt that Andre beat both Charlo brothers with space. Yeah, I think I felt like he'll be winning. Like the fight what I was thinking about him against Jamal, I'm thinking he'll get out to a good start, but I think he'll get clipped at the end. But with Mel, I think because Mel's a little bit more intense, he can kind of just I ain't say play with him, but kind of use that against him and kind of still win a decision. But I think those are competitive fights that I would still love to see. They are not in Canelo Triple G anyway. Oh, you tripping? I think right now Triple G they probably beat Triple G right now. Triple G is kind of washed, but I think see the thing with them like they kind of like well for Mel he kind of changed his style up. I liked him better when he was a boxer. You know what I'm saying? I still like him punching and shit like that, but I think like last night he could have boxed a little bit better. Like he was throwing the jab and it was landing somewhat, but it won't really. I think it was like a get off me jab. It wasn't like trying to establish nothing because he didn't put nothing behind it. He only really had success when it was in the exchange. So although keeping the range and distance looked good last night against Castano, the jab was okay. It won't really setting anything up or it wasn't really like a power jab, just like a regular just get off me, stay, leave me alone, let me get my distance. But had he threw something behind that and he probably could have had some success. He said gave Rosado on the Triple G rematch. I think he might get Munguia. I think he might get Munguia. Any hope for Rolly ever being good in your eye? Yeah, there's some hope. I actually think he improved since the fight against Jason Marinez, which I thought he lost. The fight he had right after that, I like how he was boxing and stuff like that. Last night he was just being a crude, tough ass, dirty fighter. But I think he can improve. He a little bit too wind up for me, kind of tight. He's straight up and down. He got to fix that. You know what I'm saying? He leaned back. You know what I'm saying? He get caught with some shit on the way out. He can fix that with some head movement, won't hurt. But he's athletic though. You know what I'm saying? I think you can work. He only got what 11. What? How many fights? 14 fights. Yeah, he can definitely improve. So I think he's gonna be good. He just got to keep working, and he kind of one dimensional though. He be timing those punches. Like you can see those punches, like my man said, coming a mile away. Um, I don't think Maul runs through Triple G. He went life and death with Montiel, credless boxer. I don't think he. I think he beats him. I think he beats him right now. This version of Triple G, the one I seen. Um, Montiel, that's a fight he should have performed better in. With a lot of people's eyes. But I give Montiel credit. The dude came in shape and he wanted to win. And you can't knock nobody's determinations because we can't really judge that shit until we actually see it. So I ain't mad at that fight. It was a good fight too. Male fights too tight. To beat Jamel, I mean to beat Andre in my opinion. Jamel is too basic to beat Andre in my opinion, but no, Jamal is too basic. Yeah, I mean I want to see both. I think he can beat both of them. I just have a feeling like late in the fight, especially I was going off how Andre was he was struggling after the fifth round against Leon Williams with his conditioning. He can't be like that against Charlo. I just see Charlo clipping him late, like a come from behind. But I still want to see those fights. Get me off jab. Yeah, he won't really establish it like that. Munguia, Rosado, yeah, the, definitely. I want to see that fight, man. That gonna be Rosado. He actually got kind of better, like low key. He's a hell of a boxer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Munguia gonna all work him. I would definitely watch Gabe versus Munguia. I'm riding with the new improved Gabe. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He is new and improved. And under Freddie Roach at that. Ain't that something? Freddie Roach is an offensive offensive trainer. He got Gabe boxing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Montiel may be a handful for a bunch of guys if he fights like he did against Jamal. Yeah, like the guys that opened up the show, I would favor Montiel over them. Like he in that category. You know what I'm saying? But like you can't underestimate guys that put in. Well, he had a 12-week training camp, bro. Like 12-week training camp. You know what I'm saying? Bust his ass just like the next man. So who am I to say? He's a bum fighter. He trash if he put in that work. And he was taking a lot of shots from Charlo, and he was hurting Charlo. So like what I'm saying. I think sometimes we don't value, like in our breakdowns, we don't value that part. Like this guy's last opportunity. Everybody was talking about him getting slept at 147 against Munguia. That was a long time ago, and a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was like a big 160 fighting Charlo. So sometimes we can't read into everything. That's why predictions. That's why we can't get them shits right all the time. That's why we can't get them right because we can't we can't judge the variables. Like if these guys had good camps, if they was injured, shit like that. It's Castano's best attribute, his craftiness. When he shoots, you don't know what kind of punch he's going to throw. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, he is crafty. I would say that's up there. Mine's is his footwork, but I think that's probably work hand in hand. Yeah, that's true. And he couldn't miss with the right hand. So yeah, Castano is a very crafty fighter, very smart, fast hands, fast feet. Um, yeah, I would okay. I'm with that being crafty. That's a good one. Gabe get cuts too easily. So I'm saying Gabe haven't got cut since what fight was that? Lemieux. That's a long time ago now. He know he living out here in LA. He got them good plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel what you're saying, but that was a long time ago that Gabe got cut. Mm, I don't know. I think Munguia's work rate might get to Gabe. You know what I'm saying? It might get to him. If he starts off and keep it, what's good? First block. Salute to you. I think if he keep the work rate up, you know what I'm saying, and kind of outwork Gabe, he can win that fight. And then Gabe got dropped to 160. That fight gonna be at 160. Can Gabe make that weight comfortably? I think he can. He a professional. He haven't missed weight, but you know what I'm saying. I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting though. What's good, Ali? Salute. Sometimes having a full hard training camp makes a fighter perform way better. A lot of guys get fights late notice and don't. Yeah, that's true. Don't get fully prepared. That's true. A lot of people was writing off Montiel, bro. Montiel, look, this is the funny thing, and a lot of people probably don't really be on this shit though. But Montiel, as soon as he knocked out Kirkland, he knew he was getting the Charlo fight. So that's why he was able to get a 12-week camp in and have his mind mentally prepared. Charlo just like whoever y'all pick, I'm gonna fight. Like, so I ain't saying he didn't know, but it wasn't in his hands. But Montiel knew who he was fighting next. So the mental shit too. You know what I'm saying? Gabe been clean. He can definitely upset Jaime. I think he get him some problems. I think he can't just try to sit for one shot. He might want to try to push. I think I can see Gabe pushing Munguia back and pushing him back. You know what I'm saying? And making him think a little bit more. But Munguia can fight on the back foot, so we'll see. Even though Castano doesn't have the best foot speed, he has good footwork. Yeah, that's what. Yep, appreciate that. Yeah, you on it. That's why I was saying the way he uses his footwork is nice. He ain't the fastest, but the way he get inside, cut the ring off, like he cut the ring off so nice on Charlo. I didn't really um like understand how he did it. You know what I'm saying? He just did it and he was there and he was letting off shots. So yeah, that shit underrated. I said my prediction vid. I spoke on do's and don'ts for Charlo and Castano. The fight was exactly the way I said it should. It shouldn't for Charlo. Okay, it went the way it shouldn't for Charlo more times than not. Yeah, he was on the ropes a little bit too much for me. In some part, like he won't really when he was in the middle of the ring, he won't really all boxing Castano that crazy either. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good fight though. I want to see it again. Saddam, what happened to Saddam? Has he fought recently? You talking about Saddam Ali? I think he done. I think he retired after he got stopped his last fight. Might be. I hope he don't fight no more. I don't think he can take no shots. If that's what you're talking about, Saddam Ali. I just watched the presser. Charlo said something interesting. James was training Spence, so they had to bring in Guzman to train. Oh, yep. That's interesting. That's interesting right there. We'll see. That was the Dave Jacobs fight that we were talking about. That was in the Dan Jacobs fight we were talking. You talking about Gabe? Let me see. Oh, you talking about Gabe? Okay. He said Jaime's work rate may reopen old scars. It may. It may. Can't discount it. Of course, I would pull for Gabe to win. Yeah, I want Gabe to win too. He said PBC fans are like Tupac fans. They're fake. That's what's up. PBC fans. That's what's good. Rosado is getting some best hands-on experience I've seen in a while. A lot of his leaning been against guys in top tier division. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, he fought everybody. Like he's a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? He's a student of the game. You can't count Rosado out. Like he one of those guys you always root for. But with me, sometimes I fell out of favor with Gabe in the Willie Monroe fight. Like that shit, like his performance, I ain't like that shit. Cause he pushed my man at the weigh-in. So I'm thinking it's about to be some crazy, it's about to pop off. They fighting, they posing and looking at each other the whole fight. And then he let Willie Monroe steal the play from him, and he could have had a Canelo fight on the horizon. Because Canelo was like, I'm not fighting Willie Monroe, but they wanted to see what Rosado was on the co-main event on that undercard when Canelo fought Liam Smith. But he over there just looking at like I ain't like that shit, so we'll see. Everyone knew about Tupac. Studio Except Kids, Cerberus, salute. Tupac, Machiavelli. That's what's up. Dude, what you talking about? Oh, you talking to old boy? Oh, it's all good. Yeah, it was funny how subtle Costanza was cutting the ring off, although it looked like he was. Yeah, yeah, it did. I thought he was waiting too long under the high guard because he took a couple of rounds. I thought he won the first one, but the second one when he got clipped, I thought actually he was doing better when he was pressuring. Like I don't know, maybe he realized that this is a bigger puncher that I gotta pick my spots. But oh yeah. Yeah, Gabe got a nice resume as far as opponents. Charlo's excuse me. Another thing that helped Gabe too. Gabe used to be Bernard Hopkins' sparring partner when he was a young kid coming up in Philly. When B How was making that last run, he was like B How's sparring partner, so he learned a lot of shit. Charlo's fight be a good bit ahead of Spence fight, so that's odd. Yeah, but Spence is a man now, so that's crazy. I'm actually surprised by that because when you in camp with another top fighter, what I'm saying, that should, sharpen your iron just like his. Like, I don't know if that the focus would be too crazy. It shouldn't be taper off too crazy because they both in the same gym. Because Smith's not peaking. He ain't gonna start peaking until like another 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So just been, I don't know. I don't. That's kind of strange, but it is what it is. Um, I underrated Castano punching power and hand speed. I thought he was just a basic volume guy. Nah, nah, bro. But it's good though. It's all good because that's what we see. That's the highlights we see, and that's some of the fight. Like we seen the Sheriff fight. He was aggressive, throwing like 80 some punches. So I understand. Excuse me, but I always this a good you know people always say when these guys have these amateur careers, they got some type of boxing ability. You know what I'm saying? That's a rule of thumb. If you see a guy with over 300 amateur fights, they can box along the way. They probably decide to come forward and fight that way in the pros because you know what I'm saying, it's suitable for them. But they have that in their tool bag. Right, Canelo didn't like Monroe style. Nah, he didn't want that fight. They didn't want that fight. I let okay, the KO blind me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, it's all good, bro. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I knew it was gonna be a tough fight because Castano, how he when he on the inside, he don't stay too long. But when he did, he got clipped. But a lot of the times he'll get his work off, he'd be up out of there. And Charlo would he'd miss with the hook and stuff. That shit was I was on the edge of my seat though, because I knew something was gonna happen though. That 10th round was crazy. He couldn't keep Castano off his chest. Yeah, that's a problem. But we seen this in the Tony Harrison fight. Tony Harrison was walking to him, no cutting the ring off. It's just Tony Harrison got complacent, but he was walking straight to Charlo in the second fight. He wanted to cut the ring off. He just walked to him. Damn, he trained with B Hop. Didn't know that B Hop was my brother's favorite fighter. Yeah, yep. He was like, he was a sparring partner for a lot of his camps. Probably like the two like 20, what was it 2008, around those times. I want to say he was in camp for the Pavlik fight, but I know he was sparring with Bernard for a minute. Plus 200 word through the grapevine. PBC costing me money. What's good, bro? Fresh BX, salute to you. This actually sounds like an excuse by Jamel. Man, he said, "What's up, Mark Pinkerton? Bill, your scorecard was damn good last night for the Charlo Castano. I appreciate that, bro. Salute to you, Mark. Salute to you." He said Tony Harrison is good with no chin. Charlo isn't that good. I think Charlo's a good fighter. And Tony Harrison, man, hopefully he can get back because that would make the division better. Shoot, some can say that Charlo Harrison would be a good fight, the third fight, but since Harrison had that performance his last fight. I don't know. I don't know. Um, Castano's left foot was connected on the yeah, and I thought he couldn't hit, he couldn't miss with the right hand. And I like how he dig to the body, and he didn't forget to do that. Like he had Charlo looking kind of vulnerable a lot. I ain't never really seen him like that other than the Harrison fight. But Harrison, he was just kind of methodically trying to do it. Castano, I thought his hand speed was giving Charlo a lot of problems, and I think he recognized when Charlo was going to start punching because he'll lean forward and dip down, so you knew something was coming. And Castano, his footwork got him out of trouble some of the times, and then he was in some good ass shape because he got clipped twice, and he was able to withstand that. So that shows you this guy ain't like what I'm saying. He ain't just no regular fighter, bro. Like most guys get hurt like that, they done. You know what I'm saying? Charlo just overwhelm him. He a champion, bro. Michael Johnson boxing more salute. Charlo is that good if he takes his head out his ass and listen. Yeah, he was listening to his old lady last night. She was running the corner. Charlo is stubborn, and that's going to get. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. He's gonna be tough to beat, but see, but this what I'm saying. These fighters, yo, they be like the biggest liars, bro. Because at the press conference, he said a focused male is a dangerous male. But I see he ain't listen to coach, and then his lady giving him advice. He listened to everything she said. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. He said it was focused though, but that's not like. Let me go back. That's not like a excuse because I always thought Castano would give him a tough fight. So a lot of guys equate a good fighter with power. Many good fighters suck in power. Yeah, some of the guys, man, they trying to manufacture that shit instead of just letting they try to force the power. That's what I'm trying to say. Instead of letting it come to him. 154 need to move up, become stepping stones like they supposed to. The 154s. 154 is a good division, bro. Later if he doesn't correct that. Okay. Yeah, Charlo, yeah, he gotta get right. But Charlo still I thought he still boxed pretty well. He didn't get dominated. That was a close fight. He was lining up Charlo on the ropes. He was mixing. Yeah, that was nice. That's true. I like the body shots. That left hook though, that shit. I thought he dropped him though. That dude buckled. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't it the Hadley? It was Hadley who gave Charlo fits until he got caught late. Maybe so. The Hawk son. I think it was the Hawk son. I think Hadley. I think he dominated that fight pretty much with the jab, and he every time he touched Hadley, he was hurting him. But Hawk's son, John Jackson, I think that's his name. He was boxing Charlo, doing the same thing. Tony was doing, but he got careless at the end. A lot laughing. Newborn baby blues, maybe. I mean, Castano just got married. Was told he got to get in camp, and he dipped. Didn't even have his honeymoon. Went straight to camp after coming off of. He got married right after his fight. He fought in February. Got married. You know what I'm saying? About to go on a honeymoon. Then they get the call, so he didn't even get a chance to get it in like that. So look at the contrast. Maybe it's the baby blues, but Castano went through a lot too. Shit. What's up, Chan Ross? Salute. Salute to you. He said, hit Bud Twitter for the smoke. Bud, man. In shape, James Toney is a dangerous James Toney. We heard it all before. Yeah. I mean, James Toney, that dude didn't really I thought like some fights, I knew he didn't come in no shape. He just got the skills. There's some fights that he should have lost. But he just so crafty and he just know the game, so know how to fight. He just always can get past that shit. I certainly said this fight was going to be closer than folks. Yeah, like my man said, he said he was hooked onto the power. What's up, J8? Charlo wasn't listening to Derek at all. No, he wasn't. Yeah, John. Yeah, it was John Jackson. No, he won't listen, J8. He won't listen to him. Salute. Should have been listening to him. He listened the last round though. Well, he told him if you don't get a knockout, but he kind of picked it up. He did pick it up the back half. The last couple of rounds, he picked it up. They could have gave Charlo an 8 count on the ropes. Um, I don't know. It depends. I don't know. I thought Charlo he buckled, but he still had his hands up, and I don't know. Maybe it depends. They gave Charlo. They scored Charlo 10-8 in the 10th round. That's why it was 114, 113. I don't agree with that. Even because Castano was hurt, but he still had enough, um, to withstand that, and he had enough presence of mind to, and he was trying to throw some hard at Charlo. So he still knew what he was doing, but they scored a 10-8. I believe 10-8 is like if they don't get knocked down, they gotta get like head snapping back against the rope and all types of like this getting beat up like and no type of defense. That's a 10-8. But my man had enough presence of mind, ring generalship to move around the ring and grab and hold and then throw a couple of punches. So I don't agree with 10-8 for the 10th round. One thing I see is Charlo got more adjustments he can make to win the rematch. He do. He got more he can do. He can work the jab up and down a little bit more. He can hook off the jab. Um Castano can make some adjustments too. Like he can actually get in the inside a little bit sooner and work a little sooner. You know what I'm saying? So I think both guys can make some adjustments. Hadley got stopped kind of early, right? I can't remember. Yeah, he got stopped in 6. He got dropped early in that fight. Then Charlo hit him with a right hand and slept him. That was crazy because the buildup was funny. Y'all remember Hadley? He jumped in the ring after Jamal Charlo fought Trout, and he got in the ring to call out the wrong Charlo. He was a mandatory for Jamil, but he got in the ring to call out Jamal. That shit was crazy. He had on a pink jacket or some shit. No, purple jacket. He said all these folks are talking about undisputed for Jamil, like it was a foregone conclusion. I try to tell them, yeah, I mean, that's because that's because a lot of fans really don't broaden their horizon with this boxing shit. Like they know Jamil, they seen him, they seen his work, so it's automatically gonna go with him. They don't take the time to go watch Castano. You know what I'm saying? Because if any fight you need to watch is watch the Lara fight. Like that tells you everything. But the fight of the point of reference for me, the fight I kept watching over and over of Castano, I kept watching the Michael Soro fight. That's the fight that told me how this fight was gonna go. I went back and watched Jamel fight. I already seen Tony Harrison fight, but the one I went back to watch, I watched a guy that was shorter than him, Charlie Atu or something like that, and that's the only dude that dropped Charlo. So I was trying to okay, he was on the back foot in that fight, but that was a long time ago. Granted, he was with Ronnie Shields back then, but he was still having problems with the guys getting up under him and pushing him back, and he dropped him. So those are the two fights I was watching, and I kind of figured I know Jamel grew since then, but I just knew Castano would give him some good work. He got the call and ran. Yeah, he dipped. He dipped, bro. I think Mel Castano would definitely rematch. Yeah, they got to, man. His wife was like, "I'm the one. You coming home not to Derek." Yo, that's crazy. Probably. I mean, I wouldn't put it past that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I almost always award the guy with a 9 for being savvy, crafty. Yeah, I like guys like that. It's crafty. You know what I'm saying? Know how to. Yeah, that's a good point because um you can almost like you can kill that narrative about him getting a 10-8 because he did what he had to do to survive the round. You know what I'm saying? Like most guys would be done. Like look, Rosario, he wouldn't withstand that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if J Rock, think about the guys who would get hurt and got stopped. A lot of those guys wouldn't withstand that. So he deserved that 9. So I'm with you on that. He said, "Yeah, I heard about that 10-8. I thought it was bull crap. That's why I believe they should show the scorecard after six." Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, they used to do that with the WBC. They show after 4 rounds and after eight. But yeah, I think these judges they have to like when they turn in a crazy scorecard, they gotta go get retrained, bro. Go down, go back to 6 rounders, 8 rounders. Like you basically suspended from from a main card until we evaluate you again. He said called out the wrong brother. Yeah. Yo, they're about to jump his ass. Oh shit, that shit was crazy. He said Derek James goes off on Mel like he said old trainer Shields did. Mel gonna be in his feelings. Yeah, he'll probably hire his wife. Nah, I don't know, man. I always felt like honestly, I feel like Jamel that like Derek James is a good coach, but I felt like he should have kept him boxing a little more. Keep like he can be aggressive, but I think he should have kept him boxing a little more and not just depend on that. And I think maybe he is trying to make him a boxer, but Jamel is so enamored with the power and want to get you up out of there, then he just don't listen. But that's good for boxing fans because he be in exciting fights. He'll never be in like a bad fight. It's just when you facing top competition, you might want to use those skills that you got. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. If Charlo would have used his jab and box, yep, yep. He would have yeah, he would have had a better opportunity to stop him when Castano was jump in. He was trying to catch Castano in between those punches, but he had to set that jab. He set the jab up. You can set up everything else around it, especially shooting stuff around his high guard. Like I think the best example of that is when Floyd fought Cotto. Floyd wasn't throwing straight shots that fight. He was throwing shots around his guard, which that's a you know that's a different type of thing. These guys not gonna pick up on that like that, but I'm just saying that could have been something he could have used, do something around the guard, and then the stab jab. Um, yeah, but I hear folks all the time say neither Charlo have been hurt in the fight. Yeah, both Charlos got hurt in their last fight. Yeah. Montiel hurt Big Charlo. Well, Jamal Charlo, male Big Charlo. So yeah, they've been hurt. Have we seen Lubin hurt get rocked and find a way to stay upright? Lubin got hurt in the Goucher fight. He stayed up. He got hurt in the Rosario fight. Hurt. I never seen hurt like hurt. He got dropped against J Rock. And I think he got buzzed a couple times against Lara, but he kind of shook that shit off. But I haven't seen him like Castano was. So, but yeah, I seen Lubin in the Goucher fight. He said, I think the problem in boxing is also the fans. Nowadays, boxers can't get hurt. They can't have a bad fight. They can't get dropped. Like what the? Yeah, I'm with you. They can't do nothing, yo. Like they nobody really understand that they find another top guy that did a training camp for 8 9 weeks and got just as much skills as you got. It's boxing. All of that comes with it. Axe Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah, of course. Exactly. That's what it is. A lot of that shit though is that I see um is basically because it's just a shot at other fighters' fan base. Like they don't like the fan base. So if your guy go out there and get hurt or get dropped, like Eagles drop Bud, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't gonna never live that down, right? So, you know, that shit happens. All the fights he had, like they don't talk about what happened when Bud got up, when he picked up the pace and made Eagles fight faster than what he used to fight, and he dropped him a couple times and stopped him. So yeah, though I think more of that shit either they really don't rock with the sport like that. They more so on some casual tip, or they just going trying to discredit the fan base of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Cause I be happy like when my favorite fighter go through some adversity. I like that shit. Like Charlo and Castano both went through adversity because they fighting the best. That's what you expect. So enamored with the power, he don't listen. I've been saying that he wanted to be like big bro. Yeah, hey, yes sir. Because look, the Charlos they really didn't pop off until Jamal stopped J Rock. Like they really ain't pop off, yo. Real talk. Like a lot of people. I mean, they knew about them because they was twins, but when he stopped J Rock and they went crazy after the post fight shit, that's when that both of their stock blew up. And then the little brother tried to catch up with the bigger brother. He got that come from behind knockout victory against John Jackson, but he won't listen in that fight. You know what I'm saying? He won't cut the ring off. He won't, doing certain stuff. But he landed a nice left hook, and then Jamel kind of took over because he had a nice KO over Hadley and then Lubin, but they fell in love. So yeah, gotta listen to your coach. I watched the Floyd versus Cotto at a pool party in Miami with all Cubans, Puerto Ricans. Oh, I bet that shit was crazy. I was the only Floyd fan, but we had a blast. I hung out with Puerto Ricans. That's what's up. That was the only fight of Floyd when I was rooting for the other guy and Floyd back and forth. Like I was like, come on, Cotto. You know what I'm saying? Cotto got back in the fight, man. I was like, damn, Cotto was all right. That was a fun fight too. That's one of Floyd's most entertaining fights. All I got to say is that boy is crazy. He just wanted to knock him out and not box. Yep, that's true. I think he was going for the knockout too much. I think he got more skills than that he can. I don't know if he can out box Castano, but I think he will have a better chance if he mix it up more. I was saying I have seen Lubin. Okay, a few times instead. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you now. Yeah, I don't like scoring 10-8 unless they get dropped. That's just my rule of thumb. Mel pulled a Sugar Ray against Duran in the first fight. Won't be using boxing skills rematches. Great legacy. Okay. That's a good. But I think the second fight gonna be close too. I just think the way their styles are. Castano is nice, yo. I'm telling you, he better than. It's like if you haven't seen him a lot, it's like he better than what you expected. But when I seen him from like early in his career, and he had that set. He tried to fight at 147, and this dude almost, I don't know, he almost died, bro. He couldn't make the weight, and he got dropped in that fight crazy. But he came back and he stopped the dude like in the next round. So I knew what he had. So watching him at this level, I'm like, yeah, that's what's up, man. Salute on Castano. He should have stayed with Running Shields. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say that. He should have stayed with Running Shields. I think that'd be a good look for him. I think if he listened, I think Derrick James is straight. But I'm with you. I hear a lot of people say that. Cotto versus Torres. Yeah, that was a good fight. I think that was on. I think Vladimir Klitschko was on the undercard, and that's the night that he fought Samuel Peter. He got dropped like 3 times. Yeah, that was a good fight. Cotto was a monster at 140. You know what I'm saying? My wife cussed me out for yelling at the TV. Shit, it's frustrating to watch. Watching Charlo fight like that hurt my feelings. Castano, bro, he was the cause of that. Who wants to see Sergio Martinez come back? Not me. Oh, he got a fight coming up September 18th. He's facing Brian Rose. That's Andre beat Brian Rose. Look, that's crazy, yo. It's ironic. Andre beat Brian Rose on the undercard of Sergio versus Cotto. He was the co-main, I believe. Now Sergio about to fight Brian Rose. He said how that shit work. Sergio must around be fighting for a world title. He's number 3 in the WBA. 46 years old with two bad knees. You know what I'm saying? Got the Patrick Ewing knee braces and shit. Still fighting. But once he step up, one of them young boys will get him up out of there. My boy beat the brakes off Rose. You talking about Andre? Yeah, that was yeah, Andre did beat him up. That was a good performance by him. But yeah, that's what it is, man. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. You know what I'm saying? About to close it out. Salute to everybody. Make sure you hit the like button. all that good stuff. He said Martinez is about 3 fights. Yeah, this will be his third fight. Sergio should beat he. Yeah, you know honestly, I think Rose should win this fight. He should win this fight. But knowing Rose, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I seen his 2 fights, man. Sergio got some setups. You know what I'm saying? He got some setups. But Rose should win this fight, man. Honestly. If he got anything left, he should win it. But knowing him and knowing how he be fighting, I wouldn't be surprised if Sergio stop him. Because Sergio don't get his wheels, he got 2 flat tires. He got 2 flat tires. Lala said, great chat. Yeah, I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate everybody coming through and dropping that, um, asking questions and, you know what I'm saying, providing some more content for me. I appreciate it. And, you know what I'm saying? I can't do this without y'all, for real, for real. So salute to y'all. Hopefully y'all have a good day. I'll be back tomorrow with a live to break down the upcoming fights for this weekend, the 21st through the 24th, something like that. So I have everything covered. So if y'all want to know who's fighting and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, just feel free to come back through tomorrow. I'll be going on probably like 4 o'clock West Coast time. So, you know what I'm saying, if y'all can come by or catch the replay, it's all good with me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the support. So that's my time, and I'm out.